caught up in the issue about monetization of politics, etc. We've seen the MPP regional elections go by. The allegations have surfaced again. I have a guest with me who himself possibly will be very instrumental as far as the party is concerned. Their own party will be going to the same possible phase of electing executives. I wonder what his concerns are with that. And we'll talk about the economy too, if you haven't read yet. Ghana is one of the top 10 countries at high risk of debt distress, with the prediction that we might possibly default in payment of our debt. That's a apocalypse for any economy anywhere in the world. So there's a lot to talk about, and Parliament's place in all this. My guest is the Minority Chief Whip, Muntaka Mubarak. Mr. Mubarak, thank you for your time here on PM Express.
Welcome.
Great to have you again. Yeah. Another meteor parliament has just begun.
Yeah.
I wonder what your expectation is of this parliament. The last meeting was characterized by a lot of acrimony about the e-levy and an attempt to remove some MPs. You're back again. Is this going to be more peaceful, more calm, more collaborative and consultative?
Well, I mean, that is what we always hope for. I mean, but I've always said that the second meeting of Parliament, I haven't been in this house for over a decade, is what I usually call the oversight meeting. Because, I mean, you know that the first meeting is the State of the Nation, where the President comes to say a lot of things, then you debate about them, you argue and what have you. The second meeting usually doesn't have any ceremonial thing. Mm-hmm. So for me, it leaves Parliament with an opportunity. One, you've approved budget in December to review. Where are they, what is going on well, what is not going on well, get committees to oversight properly, visit sites, go out and see what the ministries and agencies are saying they are really doing. All these things, this is an opportunity. You have some bills that are very critical. This is an opportunity to do them because it's a quiet, what do you call it, meeting. Usual second meetings, it's going to last between now and July ending. So you have this about 2.5 months to be able to do a number of, or 2 months to be able to do a lot of things that are usually not pushed hard by government. It gives you some room to be able to do that. Because usually the third meeting, you know, is session. You know, we have a session, which is here. Each session has 3 meetings. So the first meeting is what I've just spoken about, the State of the Nation. The second meeting is usually quiet and not too long. Then the third meeting is the October-December, where you do another budget. So this middle one, the only thing that may probably come is the budget media review. And usually it doesn't come with too many fanfare. Do we hope to have a quiet house? Well, let's hope. What is government really doing to help Parliament to achieve that? Unfortunately, I don't see much.
There hasn't been any, because last year when we spoke a lot about attempts to try and get Parliament to cooperate in the back of the fight about the e-levy and all. And I know there are some eminent Ghanaians and institutions that were trying to mediate and trying to get you. I don't know whether that has yielded in the results.
Well, unfortunately, that's one of the biggest problems we have in our country. And I'm sorry to say this. I mean, even Council of State tried to intervene. A lot of people tried to intervene. Once the e-levy got passed, everybody goes to sleep. Because once they got the e-levy, so it makes it very difficult for you if you are in this house, especially if you are in opposition. I mean, I'm not talking about only NDC or MPP. When things are tough, then people try to say, oh, can we find a way of working together? Can we mediate? Can we set some parameters aside so that it helps reduce the tension and what have you? Once the particular issue is over, then everybody goes to sleep. So when the next time there's some controversial thing and then they are calling again, then you begin to doubt sincerity. Were they really sincere about how to get Parliament to really work? Or it was just about getting that particular item to get done? Because since I mean, I know that at least when we met the council, so what they said was, oh, we wanted to meet you individually and see how we can then meet you as a group. We want to hear each side alone and then probably see how we can. Well, maybe after hearing both sides, they were satisfied that what they've heard is okay.
So they haven't come back for the group?
They haven't come back for the group. So many other persons have tried to do this. And my worry as Chief Whip is that it keeps the suspicion that, in quote, all others are doing what they are doing is just to help government to do what government is doing, whether it is the good or the bad. Whatever government wants is what almost everybody is trying to get government to achieve. And I think that is problematic because, you see, we were lucky that